Well, international investors, I do believe, post-crisis had real difficulty understanding where Sarkozy and Holland were going with their policies and so on. Wherever they were going, it didn't quite matter. It was a question of understanding. Unfortunately, for different reasons, whether it's the political makeup of the Holland government or the different times in post-2007, the crisis, both governments weren't able to create that stability and visibility. Macron has now been able to do that, whether it's him and his personality, whether it's his government, whether it's economic growth and so on. Everything's come together with Macron and his business-friendly approach to allow investors to have that visibility and have a medium-term trend that they can then bank and invest and also sell to investors, where before I think they had a problem, a huge difficulty selling the French story. France has always been a very, very core market. It is one of the largest markets in terms of commercial real estate in Europe. Paris is not France. France is not Paris. But Paris, for an investor, if you want to invest in France, you have to be in Paris. And Paris has always been extremely stable, always very, it's a safe haven for capital in terms of its ability to hold value during the crisis and so on. The peak to trough valuations, the kind you saw in other countries, didn't exist in Paris. So investors now have that ability to look at that in terms of relative value to other markets, in terms of solidity of the political spectrum. I think now even more than ever, you're seeing some issues in Spain and in Germany and in Italy. The French sovereign makeup, its GDP, its stability and vision from an economic perspective is obviously making the investment choices very, very easy, and to take out the political side of the whole equation for people. So I do think that people have that confidence that the fundamentals are there, they're on the right track. Letting take up, obviously, occupier demand, the commitment that a lot of companies have to Paris post-Brexit and so on will continue, if not grow, even though Brexit isn't the big issue of the day for the Paris market. But it all sums up, comes to and equates to an ability for investors to make medium-term, long-term decisions with some very interesting dynamics and volatility, but some positive volatility in terms of the Olympics and the Grand Projet around Paris that provides just enough juice, as you might say, to investors to have that ability to look at yield compression and increasing rents and selling a story to their onward investors, ultimate investors, about the story.